Good morning, afternoon, or evening. How y'all doing today? Welcome back to Morrow's Math Corner. Today we're going to be learning how to multiply monomials via the product and power rules. We're going to be using exponents today. It's going to be really cool. So let's get right to it. The product rule of exponents. What this one states is that if A is a real number and M and N are also real numbers, then a to the m power times a to the n power equals a to the n plus n power. Okay, what does that mean? Basically, when you multiply the same base, you're going to add the exponents. So if you have 3 squared times 3 cubed, this can be written as 3 to the 5th power. Or if you have x times x to the 4th, that's going to be x to the 5th power because you're going to add the exponents and keep the same base. For example, 2 cubed times 2 to the 4th. Don't calculate each of those. Recognize that you have the same base of 2. So when you're multiplying the same bases, you add the exponents. 3 plus 2 is 5. And then if you so chose, 2 to the 5th power is going to be 32. X to the 4th times y to the 8th is simply x to the 4th times y to the 8th because they are not the same base. However, 5x squared times 6x to the 4th, well, constant times constant, 5 times 6 is 30. And then x squared times x to the 4th, they have the same base, so that is x to the 6th power. Let's go. I have negative 3 squared times negative 3 cubed. I do have the same base of negative 3, so I can keep the base in parentheses because it's negative, raised to the sum of the powers. 2 plus 3 would be negative 3 to the 5th power. And if you went ahead and calculated that, it would give you negative 243. Now a squared, a to the 4th times a squared, same basis, add the exponents, as a to the 6th. Times b to the 5th times b to the 4th, same basis, that's b to the 9th. Times c to the cubed times c to the 1st power, that's going to be c to the 4th power. Let's go. M cubed times m to the 5th times m, remember there's an invisible 1 power, is going to equal m to the 9th power because you add the same. When you multiply the same base, you keep the base and add the exponents. All right. Now the power rule for exponents. If a is a real number and m and n are real numbers, then in parentheses, a to the m power raised to the n power equals a to the m times n. So what is that telling you? That means that when you multiply the same bases, you keep the base and multiply the exponents. And then just as before, when you raise a power to a power, okay, you're going to distribute that outside exponent to everything inside. So that a had an exponent of 1, that b had an exponent of 1. When you distribute that n, you now have a to the n times b to the n. So when you raise a power to a power, you distribute the outside exponent to all the exponents inside of the parentheses. So I have negative 3 in parentheses cubed raised to the 2nd power. Let's go ahead and multiply this outside power to this power, giving us negative 3 to the 6th power. I have xy squared raised to the 3rd power. That outside exponent is going to be multiplied to the invisible exponent of 1 for the x and the exponent of 2 for the y, giving me x cubed y to the 6th. Negative 6x cubed y squared raised to the 3rd power. Remember that negative x, the whole entire thing, negative 6 has an exponent of 1. So this 3 has to get distributed to all of the exponents inside. So in parentheses, that's going to be negative 6 to the 3rd power, x to the 9th power, y to the 6th power. All right. Now I've got negative 3x squared y cubed raised to the 2nd power. So I'm going to distribute that outside exponent of 2 to all the exponents inside of the parentheses. So I've got negative 3 squared, x to the 4th, y to the 6th, which is going to give me 9x to the 4th, y to the 6th, times I have 2x cubed y raised to the 4th power. So I'm going to go ahead and take that outside exponent and multiply it to every single exponent inside of the parentheses. So this is going to give me 2 to the 4th power times x to the 12th, y to the 4th. And now, let's go ahead and do some more simplifying. I've got 9x to the 4th, y to the 6th, times 16x to the 12th, y to the 4th. Then I'm going to go ahead and multiply number to number. So that's going to be 9 times 16 is 144. Then, like variables to like variables. X to the 4th times x to the 12th. The bases are the same. Add the exponents. That's x to the 16th. Then I have y to the 6th times y to the 4th. Same bases. Add the exponents. That's y to the 10th. All right, let's get one more in. We have here negative 2 times, parentheses, negative 4a cubed b squared raised to the 2nd power times 3/2 ab to the 5th power. Well, we're going to do order of operations here. So first I'm going to drop down that negative 2. And then next I'm going to go ahead and distribute this outside 2. So negative 4 squared, that's going to be 16. A cubed raised to the 2nd power, that's a to the 6th. B squared raised to the 2nd power, that's b to the 4th, times 3/2 ab to the 5th power. So now let's just use basic old school elementary arithmetic. I like to go ahead and place a 1 here in the denominator just for me, so I can distinguish the numerator from the denominator easier, and then I can cancel things out. For example, this 2 becomes a negative 1, and this 2 becomes a 1. So now I have very easily left with 16 times 3, which is 48. A to the 6th times a is a to the 7th. B to the 4th times b to the 5th is b to the 9th. And we have a little negative 1 here, so it's negative 48. And we are golden. Hope you learned a lot. Hope it made sense. Thank you so much, and come back anytime. Take care now, and have a great day. Bye-bye.